Hey everyone, hope you're doing well and thank you for tuning in. So I've been playing a lot more Ghost Recon Wildlands lately and there are a few reasons why. One, I've put around 130 hours into Ghost Recon Breakpoint so far and I've pretty much done everything there is to do in that game other than collect a few blueprints. 2. The last video I did on Ghost Recon Wildlands was received extremely well by everyone and a lot of you let me know that you really enjoyed that video. And 3. I have never reached tier 1 before. Now I did reach tier 20 something back when I used to play on my Xbox, but I've never been able to aim very well while using a controller, which obviously makes shooter games a lot more difficult. But now that I'm playing Wildlands on PC with mouse and keyboard, reaching tier 1 is something that I really want to cross off my bucket list, and I thought it would be kind of fun to share my journey to tier 1 with the best audience ever, you guys. My plan is to release a video after every 10 tiers and go over what I did to get there. As always, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe if you would like to follow my journey all the way to tier 1. Also, if you have any tips for me that'll make reaching tier 1 easier, let me know in the comments because it is quite the challenge so far and it'll just get more and more difficult once I'm locked in at extreme difficulty. The first thing I want to say here is that hopping back into Wildlands after spending so much time in Breakpoint feels very different, but different in a good way. I started off setting my difficulty to advanced, which is also the same difficulty I use in Breakpoint, but in Wildlands this difficulty setting is really brutal. Unidad soldiers can literally kill me in a few shots, and enemies are insanely quick to shoot. So because of this level of difficulty, my first priority while getting from tier 50 down to tier 40 was building up my character skills, specifically bullet resistance and second chance, just to increase my chance of survival in tough scenarios. This meant tagging supply convoys and stealing supply helicopters to build up enough resources so that I could afford the skills I need. Stealing helicopters and planes wasn't so bad unless they were in a Unidad base or close to multiple SAM turrets, but the convoys were the most difficult by far. The one thing I forgot about in Wildlands was that you can't simply shoot the driver. They're protected by bulletproof glass, which means you need to shoot out the tires or shoot the vehicle until the driver surrenders, but that will damage some of the supplies you're trying to get. The nice thing about tier mode is the supply bonus, so if you accidentally destroy a supply vehicle, you will still get a significant amount from it. I was actually surprised how quickly I reached tier 40 because all I did was tag supply convoys, collected a few weapon blueprints, and I also completed a few story missions. I began with Operation Oracle, the mission that was added to Wildlands to tease the release of Breakpoint. It was really cool to come back to this mission because it had so many awesome parts and Cole Walker was such a badass. I failed a few times while escaping the underground compound with the engineer because of the Unidad ambush, but the next few parts were pretty easy. Next, I completed the prison village, which gave me quite a few tier points because there were lots of enemies to take out. I managed to reach tier 40 during the journalist mission where you investigate all the disappearances that lead you to El Pozolero, aka the Stew Maker. The weapons I used for my first 10 tiers were the TAR-21 and MK-14. I've always liked the TAR-21 for its somewhat manageable recoil, and I'm curious to see how much damage it'll end up doing once I level it up a bit. I chose to use the MK-14 as my secondary simply because I've always loved the look of it and it's semi-auto with pretty good range. Once I reached tier 40, I unlocked the Desert Tech HDI, which I believe is the most powerful sniper in the entire game. This thing is an absolute beast that can one-shot helicopters, and I have a feeling that I'll be using it a lot when I work towards tier 30. But that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you would like to watch part 2 where I reach tier 30, then I will see you in the next video.